Now, the next question, we have something like this. Do we have a missing term for the function? Any missing term right here? Click no. Okay, now, so this is going to be a more open-ended question here. It doesn't show anything or it doesn't suggest anything that you have to do long division. It doesn't suggest. But now look at the question. It says, is x plus 1 a factor of f of x? Okay. So it's like, is 3 a factor of 18? And we say, well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's find it out. And we go ahead and find it out through division to see if there's a remainder. And if there's a remainder, then we say, oh, okay, it's not. But if there's no remainder, then we say, cool. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you to go ahead and perform this division. Okay, I'm going to ask you to perform this division right here. I give you 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Again, we double check to make sure that there's no missing term. And once you see that everything is in order, like x to the third power, x squared, x, and then constant, then we're good. And we can move forward with our division. This is really a practice, that kind of training, okay? And then the more you do, the more familiar you are. And if you need to make a mistake, the time, sorry, oh, hold on. I meant 2x, not 2x squared. If you need to make a mistake, the time it's now, not later. And I would tell you that I make plenty of the mistakes here in on the topic of long division. All right, so we have minus 8x minus 8 subtraction. So we do have a remainder of 0. So now let's go ahead and look at the question again. And this time, I simply need to ask for your patience to really read the question slowly and understand what the question is asking. And it says, well, is x plus 1 a factor? And we say, yes, it's a factor because there's no remainder, okay? So we say, yes, it's a factor. And I'm just going to be brief right here. There's no remainder. So that means I can re-express. We can re-express this function as x plus 1 times x squared plus 2x minus 8. Again, my focus right here is the equal sign right here. And if you need some reference, think about this whole thing as 18. Think about this as a 3. Well, 18 is equal to what? 3 times. Well, how do we figure out what the next number that we're multiplying? We divided it, right? And we say, oh yeah, 18 divided by 3 has no remainder, and the quotient is 6. So that's why we express 18 as 3 times 6. The same thing right here. The parallel is you have this polynomial, and we said we questioned whether x plus 1 is a remainder or is a factor, and we proved that it's a factor because it has no remainder. And because there's no remainder, we'll go ahead and have the divisor and the factor times the quotient. But it says factor completely. And so when you look at the quadratic expression, you will see if it's factorable, and it is factorable. And if you factor it, what would it be? 4 and negative 2, because you want to multiply to get negative 8 and yet add together to get positive 2. So it's going to be 4 and negative 2. And this would be your final answer. And like I said yesterday, my problem with this chapter is that I was not really paying attention to I was not really paying attention to the wording of the question. I blindly did the long division and I wrongfully assumed that whatever we got in the quotient is the answer. Well, that's part of the answer. Okay, make sure you know what the question is asking you to do. Long division is just a tool, it's a method to get you the factors. Okay, so if it all makes sense, let's go ahead and look at number 3.